What's up, everybody? It's me, Slim, bringing you chapter 1075 spoilers. The title of this chapter is Labophase Death Game. We're greeted with the German double six again. An emotional excursion, volume 31. In this volume, Vegapunk is actually invited to meet the five elders since he's respected as a genius scientist. We see the five elders in the picture, but they're all in silhouette. So I'm not sure why they're in silhouette. We know what they look like. Maybe they don't have scars there, which shows they were in a fight or something like that. I'm not entirely sure. We then go to the start of the chapter. Shaka tries to contact Pythagoras, but there's no response. Shaka sees someone's shadow in the monitor, but that shadow quickly destroys all the Din mushis. So Shaka's in the control panel, and honestly, if Shaka was a traitor, it's not too surprising. He can see everything, so he could have planned out exactly how this went down, which is kind of what I'm leaning towards. He told, maybe he's working with the Seraphim, and he told one of the Seraphims to actually destroy all the Din mushis so that there wouldn't be any, evidence of anything, and that we wouldn't be able to see anything, because he knows that everybody's going to come back to the control room, and if they see what's going on, they'll be able to find out quickly who's the traitor. But that's what I'm thinking so far. Luffy then notices all the voices in a headphone are gone because all communications are cut off. Luffy comes to watch the monitors with Shaka. The screens go black one by one and they can't see what's happening. So, like I said, if Shaka was a traitor and he knew that Luffy or someone was going to come back, he would have told the Seraphim or whoever else is in the other rooms, destroying all the Din mushis and the visuals, to cut it so that Luffy couldn't see anything, which is, like I said, is a high possibility that Shaka did that. So, a couple of guesses I could have for who's destroying the Din mushis. It could be one of the Blackbeard pirates, is a pretty plausible one. It could be a CP0 agent, maybe Blueno. It could be Caribou, or it could be, one of the Seraphim working with one of the Vegapunks. Or it could have been just the Vegapunk in general is who could have destroyed it. But those are the big guesses. But Shaka right now is looking like the obvious guess, because he just seems very suspicious, and he seems really smart and calculated. So that's my guess. And then he says there's someone in this lab with us. So that's very horror-esque of screaming that statement out. A lot of horror movies, they say someone's in this room with us. I feel like that it's kind of a nod to that. We then find out the Strawhat crew and the Vegapunk clones are divided into 4 groups. We got Group 1, Nami, Brook, and Edison. Group 2, Chopper, Robin, and Atlas. Group 3, Sanji, Jinbei, and Stussy. And Group 4, Usopp, Frankie, Lilith, and York. They're all on different kind of levels, I'm pretty sure. Nami finds a treasure, and she ends up finding man-made diamonds. It'd be interesting to see if maybe she has observation hockey that can tell if treasure is fake or real. I don't think she would care if it's man-made diamonds or real diamonds, but maybe she would care. But I think it'd be fitting if she had observation hockey that told her or let her feel out if treasure was real or fake, regardless of not even just by looking at it. And then she should also have observation hockey, if not already, for the weather. I think those are the biggest things that she needs to be able to use observation hockey on. And then we go back to Group 2. They find man-made organs, and Robin thinks Vegapunk actually got chopped into pieces. So there's Robin with her dark sense of humor. We then go to the Group 3. They are walking into a weapon-making area, and Sanji wants Stussy to call him a dog. So Sanji, very disappointed in you. Stop being a simp. And maybe Judge was on something. Maybe he's not disappointed in Sanji because he has emotions. He's disappointed that he has emotions, like simp emotions towards women. High chance now. That's my guess why Judge hates him so much. Nah, I'm just kidding, but that's kind of funny. And then Group 4, they come across a place where Pythagoras got attacked. So we discovered that Pythagoras actually survived because he jumped his head out of his body. And I guess his body is useless now, but his head is still out, and he can speak and talk to everybody. York finds S-Snake near the area and walks to pet her. Pythagoras tells her to stop, but it's way too late. S-Snake turns York into stone, and then S Snake then attacks the rest of the group. They have to jump down to the floor to escape. So it seems like the Seraphim have an order. And speaking on the Shaka thing, if Shaka was a traitor, he probably split up the Seraphim, gave them an order, and made the order super specific on what to do. And once the orders have fallen through and are completed, maybe then someone can take the Seraphim back. Or if Saturn is there, Saturn can take control. I believe that's how the chain of command goes. But honestly, it could all be a lie. We might not actually know. So that's very interesting to see. We then cut back to the control room. S-Bear and S-Hawk barge in and attack everyone, including CP0. Luffy and Zoro have to carry Lucci, Kaku, and Shaka out to avoid the beams. Luffy is not tired anymore, he doesn't have his tongue out. Shaka orders S-Bear and S-Hawk to stop, but they don't. See? Shaka could have made up a huge act on making it look like he didn't give orders to the Seraphim so that people believe he's on their side, but he's really not. So I'd say keep an eye on that. Shaka is still not out of this one. He could have made a huge plan with the Seraphim to make it look like he was innocent, but he actually isn't. Shaka then says, this means the person who ever gave the orders must be a Vegapunk as well. And we've heard it from the grapevine of how the orders work for the system of the Seraphim, but I don't think we've heard it from Vegapunk himself. It'd be really interesting to see if this is actually 100% confirmed to be true or not. But right now we gotta stick with what we know, and that's kind of what Shaka says is kind of what goes for now. Lucci and Kaku wake up and say, Luffy and Zoro, we should fight together temporarily to survive this situation. So I really don't think they should let them they should let them fight together. Luffy and Zoro are strong enough as is. They shouldn't have to worry about anything, but hey, it's on them. Strawhat, take our handcuffs away. We are more useful to you without them, is what Lucci says to him. Then the chapter ends with Luffy and Zoro making disgusted faces, just like Odin. End of the chapter, no break next week. So, on whether Lucci and Kaku are telling the truth, Luffy has observation haki. His observation haki is very strong. He can tell people's emotions, whether they're being deceitful or not. I believe that if Luffy doesn't use his observation haki to tell if they're being honest, and they end up deceiving them and he lets them go, and then they fight against Luffy and Zoro, I feel like that is really contradicting how Luffy is and how his haki actually works. We've been shown now he is a Yonko, and if Luffy falls for something like that as a Yonko, I know some of the Yonkos do fall for stuff like that, but Luffy's supposed to be growing as a person and as a fighter, as a Yonko, and if this was the case and he ended up falling for this, it would really upset me, honestly. So hopefully that doesn't happen, but I'm fine if they do fight with each other. Not fight with each other, but fight on the same team to get out of this situation. I'm fine with that, but I don't think like they should backstab him again. I feel like that is bad writing. But that's about it for this chapter. Let me know what you think about it. Who do you think the traitor is? Do you think it's connected? The people that destroy the Den and Mushi is the same, working together to actually attack Pythagoras, or if it's a different person in general? Let me know down below what you think. And until next time, peace.